right, we are now joined by Maura LeBaron-Hsieh, and a very fascinating name, and we're going to be talking about the educational goals of Millbrae and some of the foundation board, the educational foundation board. And you are what with that?
So I'm the current Millbrae Education Foundation board president.
Perfect.
And it's a role that I started last year, and I'm heading into my second year in this role.
You know, I bet we have some video on that.
I think so.
You think so?
I do.
Yeah, let's go see.
Music is an extremely important program. It's a way for students to connect and learn in a different way and really become well-rounded and have a chance to experience the art of music. We have such a strong band program at Taylor, an orchestra, and now at the elementary schools for the last few years, due to MEF funding, we do have an elementary school music program where every student in our elementary schools receives music instruction. We also have a 5th grade band program as well. MEF time. The purpose was to showcase our MEF programs, the music programs. We had performances by small groups of students with our Taylor band, jazz band. We had our elementary music teacher doing lessons on how to write your own song and showing instruments from all different parts of the world. Also, a boom whacker interactive session, which was really fun, learning about rhythms. And then we had our technology program showcased as well, and also showcasing the ways in which the library supports these programs in a computer lab and showing the work and the types of curriculum that our students are working on in our elementary school and Taylor Middle School as well. Millbrae Education Foundation is focused on raising money to support music education and technology education in our schools. We want to expand these programs so that we can continue to reach even more students and provide more instruction, and eventually maybe restore other programs as well that are missing in our schools or that aren't as strong in our schools, like art and science. But currently we're very happy to have been able to restore our music technology programs, and we would like to continue to expand them as well.
Hi there, Victoria Hunter back with you at the Millbrae Art and Wine Festival. And we have a wonderful gal with us right now, Maura LeBaron-Hsieh.
Yeah.
And you know, the schools have a lot of problems these days because they get budget cuts from everywhere. And obviously you have organizations like the PTA who can fill in for small things. But when it comes to something like hiring a teacher or putting in a music program, that's beyond that that community group's reach. So is this where you come in?
Yeah, that's basically where we come in. So the schools in Millbrae, we're a public school district. We receive a certain number of dollars per student per day from the state, and that covers essentially the costs of having a group of students in a classroom with a teacher. So any enrichment programming or additional teaching staff that the district would like to hire needs to be funded from somewhere, and that's where local funding comes in. So we had a couple of major achievements this past year. A very, very big one that is thanks to everyone here in Millbrae is that Measure N passed overwhelmingly 75% support, which will bring in a significant amount of money for the schools over the next 5 years. And that's really, that gives us a real safety net in terms of what we can provide for kids. And then MEF, the Millbrae Education Foundation, is the other way that we seek to fill that gap. We ask families that have students in the schools to contribute each year. A lot of civic organizations and businesses also pitch in, and we're really trying to give our kids the education that we all think they deserve. And we're getting closer.
Well, obviously, the first thing that goes in budget cuts are things that we absolutely need, like art or music. Music obviously gives you a foundation in math and a lot of other things.
Absolutely.
And or shop or anything you're doing with your hands. Those things just get cut, and so you can bring those back to the students.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And in fact, the really exciting thing is that we've been able to bring back some programming and expand what we're able to fund through the school district this year. Last year, Millbrae Education Foundation raised a record amount of money, $525,000,
wow.
Which was a 37% increase from the year before.
Wow.
So truly, Millbrae is great because of the work that we do in our community, not just in terms of all of the parent participation as volunteers in the schools, but also in terms of our real dedication to boosting things.
That must make a lot of teachers feel very good, because I know teachers these days don't get paid very much, and yet they're expected to pony up for things in their classroom as well. So
yeah, that's true.
It's sort of like when it say takes a village, it really does.
It really does. And one thing that's really wonderful for us in Millbrae is that our teachers are fabulous. They are really amazing. The work they do is incredible. But their experience as teachers is also not well-rounded, the same as the students' experience is right now in the district. And so collaboratively with the parent-teacher organizations and with the teachers and with the school district, we're really working toward putting in place not just a larger number of programs that are available to students, but also increasing the depth of the programming that we have. For example, having science coaches. We have a new staff member this year. Yeah, so we have a new staff member this year who is employed full-time, whose role primarily is to increase the hands-on science experiences that teachers can provide to their students without having to reinvent the wheel and do all of the resource gathering and planning themselves every single time.
Well, right, because normally teachers are, you want to build a volcano, they bring all the stuff, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly.
But the schools then request, do they say, we would really like to add a music contingent to our curriculum, or do you suggest, or how does that work?
So our school district has done an incredible job of pulling together a clear vision for where they would like to go over the next several years, what they'd like to offer to our students. And so in accordance with their multi-year goals, we're seeking to layer in multiple layers of funding for programming. So increasing academics, so putting in place more coaches for teachers in the academic environment, as well as coming up focusing increasingly on social emotional learning. So this is the kind of stuff that that helps kids learn how to communicate effectively with other people, how to recognize their feelings, how to be team members and leaders later in their lives when they're trying to succeed in their career. So this is a new area of work and one that we'll be seeking to fund increasingly.
That sounds great. I mean, it's like this huge safety net, between, yes, the budget may not be able to support this particular program, and maybe this other organization can't do it as well, but you can, and you deal with those larger numbers, which is great.
Yeah, and I think it's really an opportunity for the parent community and also for the Millbrae community as a whole to really circle around the schools and the kids and say, here they are, they're our future, and what can we do together to really change the game here. So we have a couple of ways that people can do that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. So if anybody wants to get in touch, how would they do that?
So they could visit our website at millbraekids.org. They could also email me at info@millbraekids.org. And we also would like to make sure that everyone knows they are invited to attend or to sponsor our Millbrae Education Foundation Gala. We have our second annual one coming up on Saturday, March 2nd, 2019.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I can't think of a better way to spend money. All of this talk has made me a little hungry. We had the hot dog here earlier. Why don't we see what our choices are out there?
Great idea.
Let's go see what the vendors are, and then we can decide where we might want to go.
Perfect.
Perfect.